What's the word? Hell yeah, good talk. Now that's what most of my days look like while I'm gaming. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kthulhu, and of recently, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I've been playing Rivals, specifically grinding on comp, and I've realized it is so hard to get people to calm what is happening to you. Now before we get into the video, if you end up liking it, I would highly appreciate it if you dropped a sub, you left a like and left a comment, and don't forget to hit the bell notification to know when I post. So it got me thinking, what has made us so antisocial in today's day and age, in today's gaming space? Because I remember back in the day being able to hop on Modern Warfare and you have 12 people in a lobby just yapping, just going off every single match. But nowadays, it seems like you'd be lucky to find 1 to 2 people who are willing to hop on an open mic and just start talking about the match, or even talking about whatever it is y'all want to yap about. It's so bad to the extent of recently, I decided to go back and check out VR chat, and even people are silent there. And that's supposed to be a social game. That's supposed to be like a place you go to yap. And I'm just so confused on why people are so just hesitant to talk. And as I was scrolling through TikTok, it clicked for me. People are just tired of the toxicity. They're just done with all the bullshit. Now there are probably many of reasons that cause this shift, but the two things that stick out to me the most are the fact that, one, the times have changed. People are becoming more socially aware and, trying not to be as just like vile, villainous people as we were back in the day. And the second thing is the fact that we've grown up. Now, as somebody who grew up in the golden age of toxicity, I can tell you that that was just how life operated back in the day. Me as a 12-year-old, I would hop onto Call of Duty, some grown man would call me a slur and call me everything underneath the sun. I would tell him how I would do some unspeakable actions to his mother, and then we would split ways at the end of the lobby. As time went on, I feel like our generation specifically, and the people that are coming after us obviously, have come to the realization that these things have profound negative effects on people, whether we want to admit it or not. And a lot of us chose to change that. But also, at the same time, not everyone did. And that led to people like this.
Making weirdos leave my game.
Can I toss your salad?
I wish their entire population wasn't freakazoids like you people.
Yo, hey, D-Gens, can we not have 3 fucking DPS? Thanks.
Our future will be forged.
This is arcade, man. What the fuck?
I have no choice but to go into everything with aggression recently in this game. It's nothing against you.
Man, I'm a one trip. You take it from me, I'm just gonna go Widow and throw the lobby.
Wait. Who's he one tricking?
Got over
Mr.
400 hours on the
Fantastic.
character.
Oh my god.
I'm going Widow.
All the difference.
I'm going Widow.
Wait, I'm gonna cry.
You just throw the whole lobby until this off my character.
Dude, Squirrel Girl, just let me fucking tell you why you're in Platinum. You were fucking 2 points away from your fucking ult, and then you switch characters. Fucking way.
Shut the fuck up, dude. For real, bro.
What? Shut up.
Complaining. Shut up and quit complaining, fool.
I'm
You're
sorry,
you're what? 0-2 and you're sitting here blaming everybody else. Let me tell you why you're stuck in class. You sound like a fucking chump, dude. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Play the fucking game.
Okay, I'm sorry. The common fucking knowledge behind this fucking game. When you have a ult, why would you get off?
Get your shit together and shut the fuck up.
Now here's the problem. When you have people that know their actions have consequences and are trying to be better people and change their ways, and then you put them with people like these people, they don't really get along as well. The unfortunate fact about life is the fact that the loud minority will ruin it for everyone. So people just tend to not want to deal with that, so they just don't interact with voice chat at all. And all that's left are these loud, lame babies just still ripping slurs and just being evil, vile people to this day. And it's gotten to the point where it's like an echo chamber where they just do it to each other, But the one time you got a regular person who hops into the game and wants to have regular comms, they end up getting torn apart. And at that point, they don't want to deal with that anymore. So it just kind of like sours the whole comm experience for them. So they just never do it, which overall is a net negative for everyone, because now we've gotten to a point where people don't want to talk because of the risk of just having to deal with BS. So me, as a tank player who keeps pushing and doesn't know what's happening in my backline, all of a sudden I stop getting healed and I have to try and figure out why, and it's because my backline got torn apart by a dive comp. Now you could sit there and you could be like, well, that's a skill issue, you're just bad at the game, you should probably pay attention to pings. My brother-in-law, when there's 13,000 pings going off on my screen, the chances of me being able to recognize what is probably minimal. When it could be so much easier as my support being like, hey, there's somebody in the back line, I turn around, we deal with the target, and now we're all ranking up. Instead, we're all just hard stuck copper. But no, I don't get to have this harmonious setup because some doofus wants to sit there and rip slurs and call people out of their name and just be misogynistic and just be a vile person all the time, causing people to just not want to talk because they're afraid of said doofus. And it's not afraid in the sense of like, oh, I'm afraid they're gonna hurt my feelings. It's afraid of running into them because, as I said, we've all grown up for the most part. I don't want to go spend 8 to 9 to 12 hours at my job to come home to want to play just a few matches of my favorite game only to have to run into Jim Bob just being an absolute degenerate. With age comes wisdom most times, and that wisdom tells us that it's not worth the argument. There's no point arguing with these types of people online because they just feed off of it. It gives them life. So instead, we just choose silence. And that feeds back into the whole feedback loop of it just being a net negative for everybody because games are supposed to be social. I miss the days of being able to just boot up a game and start talking to some random person in a different state or in a different country and be able to make friends with them. That doesn't happen as often anymore. And that's why when I'm online, if I hear somebody being misogynistic towards a woman or being racist, I will immediately call them out on it. If you want to do it to me, whatever, I can tussle, I can go toe to toe, I've been in them trenches. But what you're doing is just pushing people away and making the experience worse for everyone entirely. So I'm going to try to talk shit to you and defend this person. Now a lot of the people will jump to some resort of like, oh, they're not gonna like you or she won't let you hit, whatever. I'm not doing it for gratification. I'm doing it so we don't live in such a miserable state of gaming. Just recently, I had a match on Rivals where I had 2 supports who were women and they were not afraid to speak up and they ended up talking, and we had such a fantastic match because they were able to calm when they got dove so I could peel for them. They were able to calm whenever they were about to ult so I knew when I could be aggressive, and we had just such a good bond that we won both of the matches that we were placed in together. And I was playing solo, which I usually do, but that little moment, that little refreshing moment of hearing somebody else's voice and being able to play the game had me so nostalgic for the past. And that's why I'm so passionate about this. That's why I'm like, yo, we need to do something about this. I would like to have us be able to speak in a game nowadays without having to worry about some doofus absolutely ruining the vibes. Now this part may be falling on deaf ears, but I feel like I have to say it regardless. If you're one of those people who feels like you have to get online and be vile and be toxic just because that's how gaming is, I want to assure you that's not the case. You don't have to be like this. You don't have to make the situation worse for everybody. You could be a positive impact on somebody. You could make the gaming space a lot more sociable and a lot more approachable for everybody else so we can all benefit from this. Now on the opposite end, if you happen to be one of those people who had a terrible experience when it comes to gaming, I am so sorry that you had to deal with that, but at the same time, I urge you, please do not give up. There are good people in the gaming sphere, and there are people that want to have conversations and want to be social. So if you do happen to run into one of these doofuses or dweebs, just immediately mute them. Don't even pay them no mind. Don't argue with them. Just mute them. But don't give up on the experience as a whole. Don't let what they're doing sour the whole mood and prevent you from having genuine, good, wholesome experiences when it comes to gaming. As a whole, can we do our part to bring back the social aspects of gaming? Because I so genuinely yearn for the days of being able to have good conversations and make friends through gaming. If you hear somebody saying some vile or misogynistic or racist shit, call them out on it. If they're not willing to listen, just mute them, because obviously they're not trying to learn. But some people genuinely do need guidance. I'm just overall tired of seeing all the negativity online when I have to deal with it throughout the entirety of my life. I want to have a space where I can go to where people can just chill. So for the rest of 2026, let's all do our part, try to be better people when it comes to engaging and being online, and let's become more social. For the love of God, do not be afraid to speak. If you see me in a lobby with you, holla at your boy. Talk to me. That being said, to all the doofuses and dweebs that do make the situation so much worse for everyone, I wish nothing but the worst on you. My name is Kthulhu, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.